What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Everton rebuild series in Football Manager 2022. Leave a thumbs up if you've been enjoying it and want to see more. And just a disclaimer before this, we get into the details and all that. I haven't been feeling my best lately. I got doctor's appointments, all that stuff. I remember I mentioned that last time as well. So, I'm in this part of this year where I'm just trying to figure out what my body is doing and all that kind of stuff. But so you guys understand if the updates of the videos are not as frequent. I just have to sort out my own stuff. But for this video today, this Everton one is probably the best one for me to do in terms of just I've played through the preseason, finally, and got some transfers done, and we'll play a first game of the season. And just in case I'm not 100% at my most energetic or anything like that. Into the details now. We have played 3 seasons, finishing third the first season, it was interesting. That was our best season. Rebuilding them, necessarily rebuilding doesn't mean getting better each season, especially in the first few, but setting up the team, which I think we have done. And 8th the following season, keeping in mind having Europe, I think keep in mind Champions League as well. Have that in the focus. More gains, but then we got back, we're Europa League this season, so I think that won't be too bad for us. I think, decent competition, and would love, I wanted to put the disclaimer out there, another disclaimer, because I'm happy where we have rebuilt the team. I mentioned it previously as well. I didn't want it to go too long because I wanted to rebuilding other teams too. Regardless of our successes, whatever this season holds, it will be the final season because I think I like the signings we made, and because it's a lot about rebuilding the team. You want the success, but I think we've showed that getting into Europe for a couple of seasons. So I would love to see a really good season, win the Europa League, but you could have a bad game, get knocked out. But just so you guys know, we can see what we did in 4 seasons here. But let's get into some information. First off, the Bramley Moore Dock Stadium has come into effect. It's an increase in capacity, over 10,000 more in capacity, which is really, really good. Saying goodbye to Goodison Park after all those years, but surely, hopefully, a bit more money coming in can get more fans into the stadium. Will we see a huge difference? We'll see how this season plays out. And as always, the back end of last season, there is a few, in terms of the ins, there's only one. Calvin Phillips, 31 million up front and up to 36. We needed to get a replacement for Alan, who we were intending to keep, but we'll talk about Alan in a bit. Calvin Phillips, English as well, 28 years old. I think, especially if we thought about it, this season should be great for us. Can deputise at centre-back if you need, but it's more that he can play there. I don't really intend to play him there. And even, I almost treat him as not being able to do that because of his attributes, height, poor jumping reach. I don't think you'd want to put him there, but playing him DM, a few roles there as well. He'll be very good. As I said, English as well. You always got to keep a decent amount in the squad. Then we just sold a few. I just wanted to get rid of some players that we wouldn't have used this season. Jaden Williams, a couple of them going to be regions as well. Ashworth, where his potential, when you see a last resort, fans got disappointed about both these sales. Nathan McCauley might be alright. C- is not too bad. Not someone I'd go after to sign, but probably has decent potential. If you look at that. But for where we are, to get that money in, just a little bit extra, keep us afloat, hopefully, if we're declining, if our money is declined, that is, later in the season. And Larin, he went to Watford, you know about that, 10 million. He just, we were trying to get rid of him. He had a good season previously. We switched up the tactics, and I think he'd probably dominate. He'd do really well in the championship. We signed him with a free in that season. He was very good. 9 goals doesn't look crazy, but his overall performances was solid. So in the end, make a bit of profit. We got that good first season out of him, and then sell him. So that wasn't bad at all. But let's go into the next one here. It was a very, very interesting window, to say the least. So I'm just going to get it out of the way. Jamie Vardy, we signed on a free, and then he retired. It was simple as that. I thought yeah, it said he was retiring, but we were able to give him a contract. And then I'm like, okay, he did retire. Like, you shouldn't be able to sign it anyway. Let's just put that in the past. He was there for a couple of weeks, basically. Then he retired. So just pretend he's not there, I guess. And then you'll see someone else we did sign for a striker. But I thought he still had quality. I was surprised that he did. Like, he still had good enough quality. Good enough for me wanting to sign him. And just a few of these players will go through. We just let him go, or they sign for other teams on a free. He's not a bad goalkeeper. He's just not it. He's not first team. So, yeah, let him go. Metcalf, I didn't even see much of him. Yep. Didn't see much of him. He doesn't have a face, so can't. Alias Sims, not bad, but not to the quality we need. But I would say, yeah, he is bad. I try and give players their, credit, and like sign for Stoke. Maybe could be something for him. Natural in two positions. Definitely striker would use him as, but yeah, just wish the best for him. It was capped at under 20 level, so, he might have a bit of talent. Who knows what the in real life future holds, but yeah, not too much. But the biggest out here was 50 million, and it was like really our major sale, Richarlison. It was interesting. Fans weren't as happy. We let him go, but again, I like to always think, when that is the case in my saves, it happens a lot. The fans don't like your transfers, but I always think the moves we make anyway, the players coming in, we do well. And yeah, just be happy. And yeah, we're going to do well. Richarlison, Napoli, I'm just happy with the money we got for him. Like, yeah, sure, he's still a good player, but value. And I think we put that money, we used it smartly. Michael Keane, 3 million. And I'll just sort these fees like that. All right. So you can see Alan was 900k. He was actually, I'm not sure how much of you guys can tell because you can't see the arrows right here, but he was rapidly declining in attributes, and again, he's rated as a D. That could also be like players you've just sold. It's gonna be a lower rating because they're probably not gonna want to come back instantly. But yeah, I see his mental is still good, but yeah, quite slow now, 11 pace, and yeah, he was getting like red arrows and orange, like kind of like what his morale looks like basically. Yeah, he was getting those arrows in the attributes as much as he still had some decent ones. It was time to get someone new, and we made that move. Back to Calvin Phillips, I think. Yeah, he's just like fresher legs. He's not too much younger, but he's not over that 30. Yeah, he's in his prime, I guess you can say, 28. And yeah, he'll play really well there. And there's a few others like Vikandi, if you remember when we signed him, and not for much at all. 40.5k, quite cheap. Then you see his value now. You're like, just take that profit right now, why don't you, mate? Like, that's a real possibility because you wonder how good he'll get, that 4-star potential. Let me know, would you take that? Because I think he looks quite off at the moment. Then Lewis Dobbin, he's 21, a bit of potential in him as well, but attribute-wise, I think he looks far off. So you got to make those decisions. Reuben Rhodes, the Australian, I believe, yeah, he has got his work permit now, but good for like a season out on loan in the championship. I think will be very good. See some more. And actually, I can't even remember which deals, but there was like, I was trying to negotiate for a player and they just kept wanting him instead of money. I think it was with Calvin Phillips. Yeah, Leeds were really wanting him. No interest now as he's out on loan, but he's actually, that was actually a good target. Yeah, 4 caps now for Australia. We just picked him up on a free from the, Canberra United Academy, and really, really picked up, like, well. Like, that's a great deal. So he would be one, yeah. And that's part of something in the rebuild as well. It's setting up for the future. Like, longer than we're actually going to do the save. But you picture it, you finish here, you're like, yeah, we can see that team doing well there. So, you like, from here on out. So, yeah, you felt like you did your job. But anyway, yeah, those were all those deals. We covered Jensen Metcalf. Yeah, the guy without a face. So that was all those moves, and as I said, the major one really being Richarlison. Alan, I said I didn't really want to sell Alan because he's not valued too much because of his age, but a bit of, salary relieving and knowing we were going to bring someone else in, which we'll get into that as well. He hasn't arrived yet. So, Joe Rodden from Tottenham. No, not Joe Rogan. Close. 15 million I thought was a pretty good deal. And we do have Chris Meppen, already another Welshman in the team. And at the back, they could play together a few times, even though Ben Godfrey is very strong. And I thought he was a pretty good price. 40 million value. His guide value now compared to how much we signed him for. Good ability. Good, he doesn't look like a superstar. He looks like a solid centre back. Get the job done. Determination, bravery, some nice attributes there. So yeah, I'm happy with bringing him in for a solid price. And as I said, the next relevant one here was kind of one because our fullbacks are solid. I spent 3.6 mil. I was looking for someone that can just be backup, especially for right back, because left back we do have Leonardo Bellerdi, obviously to be the backup there to our main man in Juan Miranda. There was a little bit of interest in him, but yeah, he can play even at left back as well, even though he's weak foot. But you know what I mean. Just wanted to back up a defender that can play, in all the positions that we weren't. I didn't want to spend big. I didn't want to go for a young guy that's going to cost too much, high potential. Just someone to fill in the gaps just in case we get injuries. And I didn't want to risk it not signing anyone. So I think that was a good move. I know he's not a superstar, but for that role, for that price, not bad. But one man I hope to be a star and involved with goals for us, Amine Gouiri from Hoffenheim, 25 mil up front, 44 up to 44 with future costs. But he is exactly what I was looking for. There was a few others and a bit more expensive as well. I mean, look at his value. We were looking, sometimes you'd be looking for that. It could be because we're Everton as well. There might be better inside forward types, and he can play striker if needed as well. So a bit of versatility, which you like. And I like that in wingers or inside forwards, because then they've got that goal scoring instinct. If they can play striker, especially naturally. Obviously, you take into account their attributes as well, but yeah, you're confident in them being a goal scoring, wide man for you. So, so hopefully Amine does really well. Gave him a number 7. Yeah, I think it was Jeremy Doku. Yeah, he was a lot. He was A+, sure. I was just wondering, that pace, how good would it be? Dribbling, technique, very poor finishing though. This is kind of my point. He's natural as a striker, but would he have the same finishing ability? He could get in more positions because of his pace. But how wasteful will it be? It would be really interesting. And if you look, that's a good season. 14 goals in France. And he had a game there, 8.5 rating. 8.5 rating without scoring or assisting. So he just, played really well. That's what I mean. His pace would generate chances with the dribbling as well. So no doubt he's a good player, but he cost a bit more, like 70, 80 mil. We wouldn't have been able to do that and sign the rest that we would have wanted. So yeah, his price was a little bit too much. We tried to go him, but it wouldn't have been beneficial. And I thought, okay, will he play, or I don't want to say play at a similar level, they're different types. He's not slow, but they're going to play differently because of that. I think he's more well-rounded though, and I'm confident in getting results from him. And is it a FM save without signing Gabigol? 10.5 million. It kind of equalised, like we scored a late goal to avoid a loss. 10.5 million. Like, what I mean is, the price is not too much, but the wage is a lot. Yeah, do you want to be paying 200k, 210k? Can't forget the 10. For someone of this quality, 3-star, I don't know. But as I said, the fee we actually paid for him might balance out. And I just think his transfer value is a bit lower. Like, Newcastle signed him for 19 million. I think you can find some other strikers of this ability. Like, you might need to pay 30, 40 mil. Like, he's a known goal scorer in Football Manager, that is for sure. And I thought he could play a role that we like. We could use him advanced forward, but I want to hold the false 9, and that's going to be the thing, because we do have Dele Alli, who looks great. But that's the thing, we click on Dele Alli here, look at his value. Is there a major difference in there? Like, he's one more star current ability-wise. Like, yeah, I can see that just, not too extreme. Like, he's even wanted. I'm not selling him to United, but I don't see a major difference in the two. And Gabigol, deadly from the penalty spot. And he's got some player traits as well, so yeah, he'll be handy, and I think that's a good signing. Again, the wage is a little high, so it's something we can attribute to if, we're getting negatives in a month. Yeah, we're paying this man 210k. And of course, that's per week, so yeah, he's doing well. He's doing well. But then if we go to an overview right now, you can see what we're spending. We are like, I think we were like that 1.7, 1.8 last season. But the thing is, that happens when you want to get better. You bring in better players. Yeah, what are you going to do? So the situation is, guys, we sold. Well, that was also trying to bring in this guy as well, Edson Alvarez. We sold Alan, and I was hoping that would be enough, but then our budget was sitting because we were in the mix of some transfers, and I thought we got him at a good price. And he's one player. He looks, excellent. You could use him at centre back. So it can be that option there with Calvin Phillips. If you have some injuries, you need to rotate, you can put him as a defender as well. He looks equally as good in both positions, which is really handy, and that is shown in his ability, both 3.5 stars. So I just really wanted to make this work. We were short, so we delayed it. I tried to sell someone, Charlie Craswell, so hopefully this is going to go through, and is the plan. He's currently only 2-star ability. He's 22, 3-star potential. So he was signed for over 14 mil. And I think that's a decent fee to get for him as well. So just so we can cover the money for Edson. And we are getting 100% of the transfer revenue. So that will cover that deal. But game week 1 is underway. You can see Lukaku. Look at that. Did he just score 5 on the opening day for Chelsea? What a start to the season. So let's get it. So this is what we meant. Dele Alli, we can't drop him from being our main man. So Gabriel Barbosa on the bench, and Barbosa can also play on the right side. He's left-footed, so can rotate with Vieira, even though Edwards, I don't know. He's 3-star. You compare the two. So if we compare the pair, who's better? It's really tricky. It's tricky to choose. And you would notice that inside forward, it's kind of, we talked about Amine and why we're using that. And in the wing, I feel, because he's really good finishing compared to what Vieira is. And then with Edwards. And we've got Jovic to rotate. He's, we got excited about him, and he's one still for the future as well. So with that signing, that's brought Smith Rowe to more a central role. It's good. Yeah, we got these guys. I like that midfield. At the halfback, you got Phillips, deep line playmaker of Adley, and then Smith Rowe. I like that 3, and that 3 up top. Again, maybe you guys can let me know who to start on that right side. Then Rodon and Godfrey, Livramento and Miranda. It's rare that your fullbacks or wingbacks are your best part of your team, but I honestly think they are, and they play that role so well. You take a look, Miranda, very solid. Livramento, they're he's similar players. I think, Tino's just a bit quicker. They just play big roles in the team and look so good. And give you an update of Miley. Paul Miley. Still got a way of developing, though. He's only 18. He's got caps in the under-21s, which is good to see. But, it's a strong team. I've got to be happy with that. We've got rotations. It's drop Lewis Cook to the bench. It's who would you start? Is it, Adley, Smith Rowe? It's that these are the problems we love to have. So let's get into the game now. And I like that our first game is against Newcastle. Now, obviously, with their money, it's interesting to see how Newcastle progress in FM, what signings they make. Yeah, it's like throwbacks when Man City first got their money. It's all right. They've made some moves. And in a few seasons, especially. Not bad. Niklas Sula, just them two, and he's captain. Jeremy Frimpong, Ruggieri, they got. Generally, you would see Saint Maximum, the one survivor in the starting team. They've got some players on the bench. Dyer, they've got Callum Wilson still there as well. Kieran Trippier. It's not a bad team, but I don't know if we're I don't know if we're stronger or not. I think that in terms of quality, it's very similar. So go out and impress me. Nah. Oh, we did sign one different. Our assistant manager, who was one of the best, not reputation, it was his rating. When I was looking for assistant managers, out of the ones that wanted to join us and they were available, he was up there. And I think his tactical awareness I really liked, and his judging player ability. So get reports of when you see the ratings of our players, getting Zhao, getting his opinions of our first team players and their abilities, his potential, not the same level of judgment, but that tactical knowledge, that's tactical knowledge especially. Getting feedback from him, when I get the feedback, I'm confident in actually what he says. So, and to implement that in game. So I'm going to hold in that. All the times when you do another talk and those ones go away, I'm going to stay steady on that. Maybe we'll be solid in our defense. But anyway, I'm really happy with our assistant manager for that reason. And that's all an advice to give to you guys. Try and look for an assistant manager, because then the actual, with high, the tactical, like I said, the tactical knowledge, because then the feedback you'll get in game is probably going to be effective and efficient for you to getting a result. So, and I generally would listen to that. When the guy, he's got 18 for that rating, you'd be silly not to listen to that, to be fair. I mean, you don't have to, but... Or I don't accept it every single time. I take it on board and, you think about it a bit more. Right. See how we do this season. Guys. Not a lot of action early. If you're just picturing the scene, 16 minutes in, no major chances, just from the shouting from the sideline. Encourage. First game of the season. Pickford, Livramento. Okay. It's a relatively quiet game. You can see that through the stats, but we are controlling possession, which you want to see, but we want to see the impact of that. There we go. Last 10 minutes of the first half. Yeah. Come on. It's funny. We make that change in a couple minutes, really. We see a highlight. So Phillips, I like how deep he drops. It's good for counters, for coverage. But Amine, almost got through there. And you can see we are the controlling team. Yeah, when our opponents really boot it long. Yes. This looks good. This looks very good. This is a play we just... That was such a weird one in the end. So Bosley, Livramento, professional foul. Won't even get a yellow for that. But, those are the chances we just, love creating, and disappointed that it wasn't finished. Honestly, we've had good possession, good chances as well. 10 total shots, so... I'm going to thrash arms. I'm far from pleased. Vieira. We can go individually. Point finger. I have faith in you. Is he still demotivated? Mate, I might sub you. But, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he is involved in a goal. Football Manager just works that way sometimes. The man that looks unhappy. But after all that, I don't want to lose this one. I feel like I've dropped points in first games of the seasons more than I've won. Like, in my saves, in my FM history. I'm not sure if anyone else is the same, man. It's rare to get a win. All right. Prove me wrong in this game. Come on. Prove me wrong. Livramento. This is... Oh, come on. I just paused there. Process. Okay, Godfrey. He's really good as a, ball-playing defender. What did I? It went over the line eventually. Was it initially going to be appealed if it was over the line or not? But then eventually did, and then they're wanting to get offside. That's funny. But, wait. Wait, I felt like I just said something about he was demotivated and don't be shocked if he gets a goal. Didn't I just say that? Oh. But no offsides. It crossed the line. We're over the line. Yeah, Joe, we might take him off. Bring on Chris Mepham. Yeah, I just feel we have great versatility. Oh, definitely defensively now. There's multiple players you could have brought on. So you might say you could have signed one more attacking player, but yeah, this signing we're waiting for is going to be our final one. So I think we're good though, because we can rotate a lot with our midfielders. Or like Dali Ali, we can still drop into a centre mid position, and then Barbosa comes there, and then we can rotate with the wingers. Yeah, we got Edwards, we got Jovic. No, I don't think I'm overthinking it at all. No, consider it playing one striker. We've built our team to play one striker, so no, we don't need that many. Not bad. Not having the best game, but we can get a look at Jovic. Yeah, see how he's going this season. Yeah, he looks pretty good rating-wise. Barbosa, we might play a little bit more because we've only got a 1-goal lead. We got to, still protect that. As much as we've been controlled, we've been like around that high 50s to 60% possession for the whole game. So, we're happy with that. I want to give him a go. Maybe for Vieira's, even though he scored, he's looking tired. And Barbosa will put him as an inside forward. Maybe personalise that. Because, yeah, he is a goal-scoring type. And see how he goes on that left side. As I said, he'll play either there or he could play, obviously, as a striker. All depends of the situation, where the players are at. But you'd accept 3 points. Oh, they made a tactical change. But it might open for us, if anything. It might be beneficial. Their tactical change could suit us. Man, did we bring on Mepham and he already got a yellow card? Mate, that's why you're probably going to be rested. Dali. Livramento. Oh, that's beautiful football. Nemanja Jovic. Oh, I didn't show you the friendlies, did I? But anyway. I was going to say, was that given as his second goal of the season? I think I read that. My eyes aren't that bad. But anyway. Nice goal. Is that going to end like that? Oh, that shows like I'm always a fan of conceding a late goal, so there's no clean sheet bonus to my players. Oh, I'm such a poor manager. Jovic. Oh, we're killing them late. Miranda, the fullbacks, man. Gotta love them. Gabby, is it going to lead to a goal? And he gets back to him. Just, it's brilliant maintaining possession, isn't it? Adley. Yeah, second goal of the season for Adley. I wonder about that. But I'm happy. Did we just get 2 players getting their second goal of the season? For some reason, that doesn't add up. This is the first league game. So, they're all individual goal scorers today, but let's more focus on how beautiful these goals are being scored. Come on, man. Phillips. God, like, Livramento was amazing. Like, can we just forget Livramento? Because we know he's you know what I want to say. He's fucking good. He's fucking good. So, like, let's credit Phillips, his performance of that 8. Magnificent. I just want to go over to the player statistics. Yeah, we know Livramento. We get it, mate. You're good. You show off. That's how we're treating this. Yeah, you got 2 assists, highest rating, most key passes. I could go through the list. But Calvin Phillips was very impressive. Yeah, I got to highlight the right guy there. Yeah, he's had 2 key passes. He got an assist to his name. Good debut. Good debut, yeah. Tino, he's a superstar. I say we were definitely better when we upped the tempo, yeah, and Newcastle didn't really, they couldn't defend us, really. We controlled really the whole game, wasn't it? The possession was going from at least 56 to 60%. 56 being the minimum. It was around that 58, 59 a lot, getting to that 60, but and away from home this is not old Newcastle, this is money Newcastle. Even though they haven't got superstars, they've got like a solid team. It looks like a Europa League type team, which, speaks volumes of maybe what we could do this season in the Europa League. Like, we don't look like, this doesn't look like a Champions League winning team or even a Premier League winning team this time around. But if we play good football, we can challenge. But I reckon we've built it. We can maybe get top 4 and win the Europa League or really challenge for it. We've got they're not individual. I'm not sure if any of these guys you'd describe as world class, but I think we've got a lot of players that complement each other and they're really, really solid players. Like, they might be verging on that description anyway. And yeah, like, I don't think we have a weak link out of anyone that played today. It's a really strong, not just 11, like with the subs we make as well, and even the guys we hadn't used. Yeah, I'm happy with that team. And I think we can do we don't need Dali Ali to do anything. And kind of the role he does play as well in the false 9. Lets the other guys come into the play. Midfield's really strong, and then our wing backs. Yeah, that's a good summation of the game. So we have to praise. It's just beautiful goals as well, like we were touching on. Amine, he'll develop more into the team. He'll get his game going. And yeah, not quite as fantastic as Chelsea's and Lukaku's individual performance, but I liked our game. As I said, away to Newcastle. It's not an easy game by any means. We'll take that. And yeah, Barbosa got one from Newcastle, got one over Newcastle. He didn't do too much, but he's not a bad coming off the bench debut for him. Joe, just a bruised knee. Yeah, that's why we took him off. Yeah, he wasn't looking the best. So that would be just a knee bruising. Nothing too serious. When's the next game? This is going to be interesting. Yeah, the money, not now. I think when we do our next update, when we do the January update, standard for the rebuild, if you're new, to continue, it'll be interesting to see, where our money is looking. If we're losing money, I remember when we were in the Champions League, we got more. When we were in the knockout stages, we got really good gate receipts and all that. And match day money for that. But yeah, next game in 7 days against West Brom. So I think we have a pretty solid start to the season as well. The first 3 and then Man United come in. I'd say it's mixed because I like how they're not in a row. But there's a 1 day break and then Chelsea around. Arsenal, that's not a bad start to the season. The starting fixtures. But yeah, we're going to show you the friendlies. They were all, that must have been just a error in the game where it said two players that scored second goal for the season. From the last 2 anyway. I can't remember if it showed for Vieira, but maybe that's a little bug. We won all friendly games, and I was almost going to accept a loss against Barcelona just to get that, big, and told you to almost max out the new stadium, get some, money there. So I wonder if we see that, because that is this month. I love finances. I'm finance. I have an interest finance outside of Football Manager as well. So I'm always focused on the finances, but they're so important in FM. The gate receipts are pretty high, right? Yeah, and TV revenue, a mix of that. That's a very good intake. Yeah, you see that was televised as well. You can see a huge difference with the one with Besiktas. So actually how this operated. So I'll have to let you know how it all goes. I let my assistant organise the friendlies, but it was a fortnight in between. There wasn't a friendly arranged on this date. I'm like, okay, we need to get something done. Barcelona's available, home, new stadium, really, really good. But okay, you can see Newcastle. I'm very interested to see what our Premier League attendances will be. Might not be the same, getting max capacity, but yeah, that was good. But I mean, if we can maintain over 50k, if we got 50k against Rangers, you think in our league matches we should, right? But yeah, we'll just have to see. come next. See, if we compare to last season, this is where I just like, we'll go down. So we just see, like, against Man United, I think we got that 39, that 39,572. You would notice that probably, I'll say in the bigger games, but yeah, we were maxing that out a lot. So maybe that's where we were losing money or not getting back as much as we should. In the previous stadium in Goodison Park. So this is a good thing. Really, it's exciting. As I said, Phillips was very impressive. When you're playing a halfback role, like, you're not going to smash in goals, but he got an assist. Like, you're not going to expect him to get too many higher ratings, but I think that was a fantastic debut from his position. I think if we seal, with Cresswell going out, so we can finalize the deal with Alvarez, that's perfect. Because I said, he's a guy you just love to have in your team, or someone with those attributes. As a defensive-minded player, you can't argue with how he looks, especially for our quality of team. Like, he looks great in those attributes. So I'm excited for this season. I think we have a real good one. And I think you saw that in our game. Tino, man, I have to praise you. Even your training, he's so good. He's so good. He's almost like a tease. He's like, yeah, mate, we know you're good. He's going to play to that level this season, without a doubt. He was a great signing, wasn't he? But now he's got a lot of teammates. So we're going to leave it there for now. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. And yeah, as I just said, I'm not 100%, but I've actually got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I'm doing some tests and scans and that type of stuff. So hopefully I'm all right and we'll be good. But yeah, sometimes you just need to rest up as well. But appreciate your feedback on the videos, and I'll see you guys next time.